left a restaurant without completely finishing their meal. A couple of us? Okay, so the other day my dad and I went out to go eat, and we saw this couple throw away a plate of mostly uneaten food, which kind of upset him because he grew up in Vietnam and he was poor, so even when he was hungry, he didn't really have anything to eat. This is in contrast to what's happening today, because according to the National Resources Defense Council, over 40% of the food in America is never eaten. But at the same time, 1 in 8 Americans struggles to put food on the table. Food waste is a widespread epidemic where food is discarded even though it is still edible, and it's contributing to the environmental decay of our planet. Today I'm going to be discussing the problems, solutions, and outcomes of food waste. First, I will discuss the problems. According to FAO.org 2018, a 2007 study showed that the carbon footprint of food waste accounts for 7% of the total global emissions. The Environmental Protection Agency points out that most of what ends up in our landfills is organic matter such as food waste, and once these materials start to get buried in the dump, they decompose anaerobically and they release methane, which is a greenhouse gas that is 25 times more harmful than carbon dioxide. According to Borma SEA, Practical Application of Science 2018, from the environmental perspective, a waste of food stands for a waste of resources, such as water scarcity, energy loss, and soil erosion. Now that we've discussed the problems, we can move on to the solutions. According to refed.com, 2018, although we have on-the-go snack packs that are supposed to be like the perfect serving size, most other packagings don't account for the waste of food. So consumers are still being encouraged to buy foods in bulk just to achieve like a greater net savings, which is bad because it's just wasting the food. In the United Kingdom, bread is the #1 most wasted food item, so a brand called Kingsmill has developed their Little Big Loaf, which is supposed to be just a smaller, more manageable size loaf of bread that you can easily finish. And there's also MIT engineers who have developed a substance called Liquid Glide, which is supposed to be like put into the insides of food packaging so that all of the good stuff, good food comes out. According to Okika Log Forum 2018, Denmark has a new food waste initiative called Stop Wasting Food, which basically just promotes stores selling like expired foods and foods that are imperfect or damaged goods. And they are also eliminating all of their promotional sales, like buy 2 get 3 or 2 for the price of 1, so that people only buy what they need. According to, the Ministry of the Environment and Food, and also the WRAP, which is just called the Waste and Resources Action Program, are both doing their part to save food by educating people on the different ways that they can save food. According to, that's it. Okay, now that we've discussed the solutions of food waste, we can move on to the outcomes. According to moveforhunger.org 2018, that WRAP program that I was just talking about announced that if we were able to eliminate all of the food waste from our landfills, then the corresponding reduction in greenhouse gas emissions would be equivalent to removing 20% of all of the cars from the road. And according to Hansen Journal of Cleaner Production 2018, consumers regarded packaging solutions to be too big and in materials that are too difficult to recycle. So if by changing to a more, by changing from using this bulky packaging, people can, a Norwegian household is able to save the same amount of greenhouse gas emissions as a standard car driving 900 kilometers, or 8% of the total driving distance in Norway. Overall, I hope you all learned something new about food waste. To recap, I went over the problems, solutions, and outcomes of food waste. Food waste is a widespread epidemic where food is discarded even though it is still safe to eat, and it continues to be a major contributor to the environmental decay of our planet. If you want to learn more about food waste, I suggest watching Wasted, A Story of Food Waste, which follows celebrity chefs and how they create delicious meals out of food scraps, or Just Eat It, A Food Waste Story, which is supposed to show the dangers of food waste from farm to retail all the way to our own fridges. Thank you.